So these are 5 ways you can reinvent yourself. So starting off with way number 1, find a skill and stick to it. No matter what that skill is, you want to obsess over it, you want to master it, you want to become the best at it. And it is by working towards a single goal with all of your focus and attention and energy that is going to bring out the best in you. Because when you have a purpose and a mission and clarity and drive towards something, and it gives you this inspiration in life, all of this energy that you can just put into an outlet, a creative outlet. Watch your depression and anxiety just go out the door, because the reason we have depression and anxiety is because we have all of this pent-up energy. We have all of these ideas, all of these things that we want to do that are not being expressed. Depression and anxiety, in my personal opinion, are basically suppression of energy. We have all of this energy that's just not being let out, and that is where a skill or a purpose or something like that allows you to just express this energy completely. I'm going to give you an example. In my case, it's videography, cinematography, and YouTube, which is all under one criteria. So I have this goal in my mind. I know what I want to do. I know the ideas that I want to create into videos. You see, all I have to do is just now take action and take the steps and research and watch YouTube video after YouTube video, just explaining the topic, learning about all of the details that are required, and just getting better and better and refining my skills, being obsessing over the craft, obsessing over the process. That is what is going to take me to the next step. And just being in that state of obsession and purpose-driven nature is exactly what's going to bring you to the next step. It's exactly what's going to eliminate your depression and your anxiety. It is going to help you immensely. So find something, a purpose, a skill. A skill could be computer programming, if that's something you're into. It could be sales. It could be marketing. It could be psychology. One field of study or one skill or one, craft that you can just focus on and, give it your everything. Put everything you have in that thing. So let's move on to way number 2. So I've probably said this before many times, and that's because it's so important. Reading and journaling. You see, these 2 things, reading and writing, are going to change your life, and I'm going to tell you why. If you want unique results, then you're going to have to take unique action. If you want the 1% of results, you're going to have to do what the 1% of people do, which is reading and writing. See, most people out there don't read and don't write. Not because they don't like to, or not because they can't read or they can't write, but just because there are better options. You have your phone, you have Netflix, you have all of these distractions and entertainment that make reading and writing all the less appealing. So reading just allows you to gain so much intuition and knowledge and wisdom from people who've experienced so much in their life by just reading a book. You see, every single author, whether it be a businessman, a successful person, or someone who's achieved spiritual success, enlightenment, whatever, any type of person takes their entire life experience, whether that be 25 years of sales, 25 years of meditating, and they put it into a book. And the nice thing about that is a book like that can be read in 2 weeks to a month to 2 months. And in essence, you are taking that entire person's life experience and perspective and intuition, and you are subconsciously absorbing it. And that is exactly what makes it so powerful. By reading the right books over a long period of time on any topic you want, you will become a master in that topic. So let's move on to journaling. When it comes to writing, journaling, it just gives you such an immense perspective on yourself. It allows you to discover yourself and dig deep and understand your thoughts and your mentality and your ideas. And that's a nice thing about it. You can write about whatever you want. You can journal about anything. You can write a to-do list. You can write down your goals for the year. You can write down just your thoughts. You see, by taking your thoughts and transforming them into something physical, like writing on a piece of paper, you're basically taking your thoughts and you're sending them to the universe. So if you have dreams and goals and ambitions, there is nothing more powerful than writing them down, because by writing them down, you're telling the world what you want. And if you have clarity of mind and you know what you want, the world is going to do whatever it takes to give you that thing, because the universe favors those who know what they want. So number 3, eliminate unnecessary noise and distraction. So this might be scrolling on your phone, it might be binge watching YouTube videos, it might be doing unnecessary things. You see, it could be anything from procrastination to scrolling on your phone to watching useless videos to just wasting your time in general. And the reason why I put this in the list is because there is no worse feeling than having things to do, having ideas and ambitions, but just getting distracted all the time and not being able to make and transform these ideas into actual execution and action. Everybody has these bouts of inspiration and ideas, but very few people are the ones who actually take action. So I'm back again. I couldn't film for a couple of days because I was a little bit sick, but that just shows you anything can happen. My voice is a little bit weird, but I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's go. So number 4 is developing a self-image that is just supreme. And I'm saying this coming from a person who wasn't really confident, who didn't have this, this confidence. And I'm still working on it. I'm still building this confidence and this self-image, because I genuinely did not like the way I once saw myself. My self-image wasn't great at all, and it just took a matter of time to just build on that self-image. Because the problem is, when you have a bad self-image, your habits are bad too. It's way easier to fall into the bad habits, and it's harder to stick to the good ones because you have a bad self-image. And how do you actually work on a self-image? It's by giving yourself evidence that you are that person. When you're just working every single day, and you spend your time in good ways, you read the right books, you journal, you spend time exercising and taking care of your body and keeping a good mind. That is exactly when you just develop this self-image with time. You see, self-image makes habits easy, but habits make self-image easy too. So it's a bit of a cycle. It is the habits that are going to make your self-image improve over time, and your self-image is going to help your habits too. So it's kind of a cycle where you have to think to yourself, how can you start the bad habits without the self-image so that you can eventually have this nice cycle of productivity and just seeing yourself in a good way. When you like the way you see yourself, you like the direction that your life is headed in, that is when you're kind of manifesting your dream life as well. I truly believe that belief and self-image are, beyond anything else. In terms of creating the life you desire and the life you dream of, just having this belief and allowing it to, planting the seed of thought in your mind and then just allowing it to flourish and become actual reality, which is, it takes time, but it's actually impossible without belief, without conviction, without truly understanding yourself and understanding these thoughts and this desire to get somewhere, this desire to achieve a certain thing. So step number 5 is to just cancel opinions. People's opinions don't matter. Most people are probably going to project their own doubts and insecurities onto you. Sometimes people ask me, what do you want to do after college when you're done studying, What job do you want to work? What do you want to do? And I say YouTuber, I say I want to be a YouTuber. And most of them have the same look. They don't say anything, they don't actually point it out, but they just have a look. Not everyone, but actually most people, because most people come from this place of they once had the dreams, or they once thought that in a way that they could actually work to achieve the dream life that they desired, but they didn't take enough action, they didn't persist long enough, and then eventually they weren't able to manifest that dream life. So then they tell you that you can't because they couldn't. And that's a funny thing, if you're doing something special, something unique, like making videos or like computer programming, trading or sales or whatever you're doing that is in some way unique, and it's something that not everybody thinks about, it's something that not everybody does, you're gonna get looks, you're gonna get people doubting you and just weird comments from your family, from your friends. I'm also lucky enough to have people in my life that understand what I do, and they understand my mentality and my mindset, and they're really open, and they can actually see life somewhat, from my lens, from the way I see it. I mean, not that much, but also enough to understand that what I'm doing is actually, it's actually a possibility. So my goal is to have a full-time income making videos. And from the place I sit today, it might seem a little bit out of reach, but it's not impossible. It's every single video that I post, every single hour I spend editing and learning and watching videos about editing and, crafting together ideas, writing them down. I am one step closer to that goal. And you see, the thing is, no matter who you tell, they're probably going to say the same thing. They're going to think the same thing. But literally, somebody out there has done it. You don't understand. Somebody out there has done the same thing I want to do. Somebody out there is living in the Maldives or living wherever, with this location freedom, this time freedom, and this financial freedom that I want, that I crave, that I want to work towards and I desire. Somebody out there already has it, and they're probably the same as me. I might even have a few skills and talents that they don't. So if they could do it, then why can't I? If they could do it, then why am I any different? What do I have that they don't? And that is what I tell myself in the days of doubt where it seems like it's not going to work, but the only thing that's stopping me is me. The only thing that would stop me is me quitting and saying that I can't take anymore. But as long as I stay in the game, I have a chance. So no matter what you want to do, if it's something that everybody does, if it's a high school degree, if it's a normal career, if it's a weird career, if it's something that nobody does, if it's filmmaking, you want to make films, you want to make videos, you want to make a podcast, you want to start something, you want to start a software business, a tech business, whatever it is. If it's great and worthwhile, it's probably something that very few do. It's probably niche. And because it's niche, people are probably going to doubt you. They're probably not going to understand you 100%, and that's okay. You can't listen to these opinions and you can't let them get in your head. It takes me back to this quote: develop a strong opinion of yourself, otherwise you'll always end up internalizing the beliefs others have of you. So once you have an opinion of yourself strong enough, then everybody else's opinion just disappears, and that is when you are most powerful. So stick to it, stick to the path. You're probably not going to get results from today, till next week, till the week after that, but you will get there, you will get the results. It just takes time. It just takes persisting past the point of uncomfortability, the point of just regret and doubt and failure. But you just push through, and the other side is where everything is, So I'm down to make videos like these every single day. If you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. You got this, bro.